my channel. I'm Ari, and I just want to thank all my subscribers. I think they're already 130 something. I hope it doesn't go down, but thank you for subscribing in my channel. So for today's video, I'm gonna talk about how I paid off all my debts in 1 month without being broke or without the help of my family. So the backstory is before I already paid it off, not me, but my parents, my family paid it off, all my debts, all my car notes, and whatever I owe. I even used my 401k for that. And then, so if you have a family who wants to help you and who would help you paying off all your debts, then that's good. I'm sorry, I have my notes over here, so I keep looking down. So I am so lucky that I have my family back then. That's 2018, because that's really my downfall. But I'm glad I was able to get up. They paid off all my credit cards because I already maxed it out, 10 of them. I maxed all my credit cards. I overdraft my banks, and then I already took out my money in my 401k. So I really have no money. But I'm glad that my family helped me out. I remember when my dad told me that I don't want you to struggle in the United States. So yeah, we're gonna help you, and then we're gonna send you money. So that was my mistake, because after they paid off all my late payments, I think I was late for 2 months in my card note. They paid it all off, and then they paid 3 months in advance, so I don't have to worry about it. The thing is, I work in the casino, but shit happens, so it's another story to tell. So that happens, and my biggest mistake that I've done, I'm sorry for the long intro, but the biggest mistake that I've done is I stayed too long and did not leave Maryland, because that's where I used to live. I did not leave sooner, or after I paid it off. I should have left. I should have just moved right away in Colorado, because I put myself in the same position that my parents or my family took me out. So but now for real, the first thing I did, I just done how much do I owe from my credit cards, from the collection. I have 2 collections, and then my bills, and then my expenses. So after you're doing that, you gotta make sure that you list it down. And for me, my expenses was
rent, phone, cable, electric, insurance for my car, and then Netflix, and then gas, food, and
the car that I'm using right now is not my car, because I already sold my car because I can't afford it anymore. So I lost my first car here in the United States, and it's really heartbreaking because that's my first car. But I cannot afford to pay $570 a month anymore, and I'm only making this, you know what I mean? So it's not worth it. You're gonna fuck up all your credit scores anyway. And then that's my expenses, that's my bills, that's my expenses. And then, like I said, I have 2 collections. So I have the apartment that we used to live in Maryland. So I paid it off because of course it wasn't paid off, so I have to pay it off. It is $2,700 that I have to pay for that rent for that apartment. And then the second collection that I have is the T-Mobile, because I used to have my own service for my phone. Somebody went to my service and we were able to pay it off, and then this and that, because that time I don't have a job and I was pregnant, and then only depending on my baby daddy and my mom and the family, so things like that. And then I have a credit card in K Jewelry, so because I love jewelries, but before I can afford to pay it, I really can't pay for it, and then this happened, so cannot afford to pay for it anymore. And then I have credit card that is $500 and $600. So all in all,
I'm gonna show you how much expenses or monthly bills do I have. So my monthly bills or expenses, the total is $1,507. So, and then my debts, what I owe, is the total is $8,219.
So this is my monthly bill, and this is what I owe. This was March of this year. So I'm in debt again after 2018. This is what I accumulated after 2018 that my parents paid it off. So after that, the second thing that I did is check which one has the highest interest rate. So I looked for it, and then the highest interest rate that I have is my credit card in my jewelry. I'm following this budget mom, and she was the one who said that you have to pay off highest interest rate. But what I did, I focused on my collection, right? Because it's gonna screw up your credit score. Like I said in my previous video, I said that here in America, your credit score is really, really important. So after knowing or checking which one has the highest interest rate, you have to list down all your assets, all your income. So when it comes to assets, you have to put your car, your savings, your money on hand, and of course your income from what you make on your job. And so that's it, you gotta put it. So for me, before,
I had a tax refund, because here in America we have a tax refund every year. So I got a refund of $5,825, and then because of the COVID, they gave us a stimulus check. I got $1,200 for that, and then I have a savings that is $490, and then my money on hand is $400. And then I save every paycheck. There's like they call it a certificate something that goes right there. If they put your what I make, I put $50 on that certificate. So I accumulated 600 from that. So 600. So all in all, if I'm not having a mistake, I have $8,115. That's my assets.
the income, I'm not gonna put it anyway how much I make, because that's not important. I don't have to mention it to you guys. So that's the one that you're gonna do. List down all your assets and income. Just like put here income, and then your monthly expenses and your debt. So after that, doing all of that, your debt, how much you owe, and then how much you make, you gotta set a timeline. So for me, I only have
1 month to pay everything off. Because I'm a risk taker, I'll do it in 1 month. So I did it in 1 month.
So you guys have to like figure out how long can you pay it and how long you want to be in debt. Because like I said, I'm a risk taker. I only want to be in debt in 1 month, because I've been through a lot. I've already had years, 2018 to 2020. That's already like 2 years that I'm in debt. So now I want to end it in 1 freaking month. So that's what I did. After setting a timeline for yourself, or for myself, I stopped buying unnecessary things. So if I don't need to buy like a new phone, I can't buy a new phone because I have to pay all my debts, what I'm owed, and then I can't buy anything that I don't need. So I stopped buying anything that I don't need. Like I really have to restrain myself to buy unnecessary things. So the next one is budget your money. You have to budget your money. How can you budget your money? Like I said, you have to do this so you know how much you make, and you know how much your monthly bill, and you know how much you owe. So you have to budget all of that. I'm not an expert on budgeting, but I know how to budget my money and all my income. And I don't know how much you make. I don't know how much you owe. I don't know how much your monthly income. So I don't know how to teach you guys that. And I'm not a good teacher, so I'm not even gonna push it. And the next one I did, I budget my money, but I made sure that there is always a 10% that I'm gonna save from my income. So that's what I did. Next one, emergency, at least you have money and you don't need to be in debt again and then use your credit card again, and then you're gonna put yourself in debt again, and then you're gonna be upset how to pay it off. So it's better that at least 10% of your income, save it.
My number 1 rule is never ever borrow money to pay off your debts, because that's stupid. Like, why would you even borrow money to pay off everything and you still have those debts, right? You still have to pay this person or whoever.
It's not making sense. So like what I did, I worked 1 job before and it's not enough for my income, as my income. So I worked 2 jobs. I have to look for jobs so I can pay off, and so that I won't be broke, right? So I don't have to ask my family to help me out, because if the first job that you have is not enough, of course you have to go and look for another job to help you out. But make sure that if you apply for another job, it's whatever you make there is higher, or whatever higher than what you make in the other job. So it's either you want to quit in that job and then look for another job that pays more, because that's what I did, or you can just have same money that you make. At least there's like a double income that's gonna come in to you monthly. It is frustrating the first time, because it is my first time to experience to be in debt. It's a lot of debts. Like I owe a lot of credit cards, owe money from my car. I can't even pay my car. I can't even buy whatever I want. And this is the first time that I experienced that. Like I'm in a big debt, and like I'm in really drowning. And now I am so proud that I was able to pay it off in 1 month, because I used all my assets, everything. I used this to pay off this debt. And of course, I get paid twice a month. So I use my income to pay some of what I owe here and to pay my monthly bills. So that's what I did, and I am so proud that I was able to do that. And I was able to get off on that, paid off all my debts without being broke and without the help of my family. For real, I am really, really blessed that I have my family and who has my back the first time. I am so glad that they paid off all my debts last 2018, like everything, I don't have to worry about anything anymore because they have it covered. My parents raised us so well that we don't have to worry about the future. We don't have to worry about money, because so they have it all covered. My family in the Philippines, like my brother, my siblings, of course they have to work. They can still work, but they don't have to. If they don't want it, they can still eat 3 times a day, even though they're not working. My brother is not working right now. He's taking care of my dad because my dad has dementia right now. But I'm really so glad that I have my family. I'm so blessed that I have my family that has my back last 2018, because I really don't know what to do. I really like what the hell is going on in my life, and I don't know why am I in that position, that I really question everything. Why is this happening to me, that I almost gave up, because I never experienced that kind of struggle in my life. When my dad told me that we will send you money so you don't have to struggle there in United States, I cried after that. I cried after that conversation, because like I said, I almost gave up. Like, I don't know why I put myself in this position. Like, I'm drowning, I'm in a sinking boat, and then thank God that my family saved me from that sinking boat. But like I said, the biggest mistake of my life is not getting out of the sinking boat after that, because I was too confident enough that I can handle myself now, that I am not in debt anymore. I don't owe anyone. I don't owe anything anymore. But I was wrong, and it's disappointing on my part that my parents have to see me struggling and in my lowest point of my life. Like, I have to ask my mom to send me money for allowance every paycheck, because I can't afford to buy a gas for my car, or at least I can afford to buy food. But I'm a really tight budget that I can't even treat myself. And I'm so happy that I have my mom sending me allowance every paycheck. And so when I go to the mall, at least I can go watch movies once in a while. At least I can do that, like, to just relieve my stress. So now that's why I'm paying all back to my mom. That right now, I told, like, ever since I moved here in Colorado, I told her she doesn't have to work anymore. She can stop working, and she can just take care of my daughter as a help for me too, because I know I can do much better and I can make more money, and I don't want her to work anymore. So even though I know at least I can still afford everything, I was able to rise up. I was able to stand up on my own after that. But I'm really thankful that my aunt and my mom rescued me in Maryland, because I already have my daughter. And good thing I have my daughter. She's like my wake-up call that I should stop this insanity, that I have to get out of this sinking boat. I just wish that those times that I was there in Maryland, I hope like everybody where I used to work just slap me in the face and tell me that you have to get out. You have to get out. This is not good anymore. Like, one of the biggest mistakes too is I shut everybody off, because I was, like I said, I almost gave up. I just shut off everybody, and I was just holding on to this person that I'm not supposed to hold on. And like, I thought I would be able to help him, but I was wrong again. So I realized you cannot help someone who doesn't want to help himself. Even though you stayed for too long, it's gonna cost you a lot, because he's not willing to help himself. So it's like you're wasting your time. Yeah, so it cost me a lot. Like, look what happened right now. So it is not wrong to help somebody, but when you're helping the wrong person, I think that is wrong. I think I did the right thing to help him out, because I have this full of hopes that people change. Like, I think that's a bad thing if you have like a psychology degree, that you believe that everyone is good, everyone will change, everyone. Yeah, everyone will change, but if you're not the right reason, you're not the right person, right reason to change, or they don't want to help themselves, then that's on them, that's not on you. So before I feel so bad because I'm trying to help somebody, but I end up being broke. Like, I broke myself. It broke me literally, mentally, and psychologically, and that is not good. Like I told my other friends that even though you help someone saving their job, trying to help them with their pain, but if they don't want to make things work, then you have to save yourself from that sinking boat, like what I did. Because like I said, it's not worth it anymore. Like, helping others while you're breaking yourself, it's not good. So after paying off everything, please, 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 please don't go back on the same place that drowned you. That's what that I learned here in the United States. And now I'm so proud that I was able to get out of that situation. And here I am. I'm working my dream job. Now I can afford everything again. And I'm not gonna be stupid anymore. Just don't ever go back on the sinking boat. Never ever go back, because I'm gonna slap you guys. Kidding. And one of my friend told me too, if you are not the right girl, the guy won't stick around. And if it's a wrong love, it will cost you a lot. So I promised myself that I would not let anybody put me in that same traumatic experience. And I don't want my parents to be disappointed in me again. And I know my parents raised us to have a better life, and raised us to not let anybody do that to us. There's a fucked up situation that I experienced. Like I said, I was so disappointed of myself, and I feel like I'm a disgrace in our family because of what happened, because that cost me and my family a lot. That's why I promised myself that I will never ever put myself in that situation ever again. Since I am a mother now, I'm a single mom, I will do the same thing with my daughter. I will give her the best life that she can have, even though if it's just the two of us, like my parents did to 4 of us, like, because I have 3 more siblings in the Philippines. So I will do my best to raise my kid, my baby girl, give her a better life and make her not put in this kind of situation. And it's a good thing that God gave me her as a gift after all these struggles that I have. And she saved my life, because like I said, I almost gave up. And when I found out that I'm pregnant, that's a new beginning for me. And I know God gave me my baby girl as a wake-up call. And I am so glad that I did not settle for that kind of situation, because I almost did. And I'm really glad I did not settle for that. Good thing, when I have my daughter, it's a slap in my face that, hey, you cannot raise your kid like this. Now that I can afford everything and was able to stand on my own after paying all my debts, and now I have more savings, I can afford everything. So proud that I was able to get out, or I was able to stand on my own after I drowned myself. Like I said, my baby girl is the best gift that God gave me. A second life for me and a new beginning for both of us. So lesson learned, there is always a way out. Don't think that you're stuck in that situation. And like I always say, keep looking, don't settle. And thank you for watching. I love you guys. Bye. Love ya. Bye.